What's going on, guys? I just finished the Alien Romulus movie, got home. I'm a little bit pissed off, not necessarily at the movie, because the movie was all right, and I'll get into details about it. But I'm pissed off because I specifically drove 35 minutes away to try and get the Alien popcorn bucket because it was one that I actually liked. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I'd like to have one. But no, the theaters didn't have it. So a big fuck you to that theater. Anywho, so looking at the critics score and the audience score, I don't think they're accurate, but I don't think they're too far off. So the current audience score is 85% for all audiences, 87 for verified audience. I don't think it's a 80 or 90% movie. It's like, I don't know, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. And there are very specific reasons. Because I think this movie could have been so much better. I walked into it, I was like, man, this is going to be one of those, I'm a strong, independent woman. I'm going to fight the aliens. And I heard they were working with Ridley Scott. And I was like, oh man, the last couple movies have been an absolute disaster. He has missed on so many movies recently. But I got to give it up to Fede Alvarez. He did an absolutely fantastic job for the first 2/3 of the movie. The first two acts, absolutely amazing. I went into it expecting a hot mess. And I was pleasantly surprised. But if you'll notice, I said the first two acts, because the third one, like everybody's saying, is where the entire movie falls apart, and I absolutely hated it. If the third act followed along with the first two, I probably would have given this an 8, maybe even a 9. But the ending of the movie was quite literally that bad. And I've seen a lot of people complain about the stupid robots and had the useless, dumb characters with the stupid plans. And I can actually objectively argue that it is a bunch of teenagers from a mining colony trying to escape. They're not the brightest. We're not talking about, mercenaries and USMC going after it. We're literally talking about teenagers with the help of an android that gets updated. So I can completely disagree with that criticism and think I make a valid point on that. But all that goes out the window because third act, they start throwing in member-berry quotes like "get away from her, you bitch," and all this stupid stuff that didn't need to be there. And it was just like, well, we need to fill out some dialogue. It felt like they needed to fill out dialogue, and that's what they did. The aliens were absolutely fantastic. I've seen some of the stuff where they use practical effects for the aliens and the face huggers, and they absolutely looked amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I love the alien design. The set design was absolutely gorgeous, which really pisses me off because, again, the ending sucked ass. But no, the set was a complete throwback to the first two Alien movies, and I think the first two acts definitely stuck to it. They had the same feel, and it has jump scares. It absolutely has jump scares. I felt more tension building in the first two acts. Even having seen the Aliens movies before, I've seen every single one of them multiple times. It felt like a good play on the old movies. I have zero complaints about the set design or the aliens whatsoever. I think the casting was okay. I think Isabella Merced's character was absolutely wasted and served no point in this movie. God, look, she's sexy, y'all. I don't care what the fuck you say. But I felt like her character was absolutely wasted. A knockoff Ripley, but didn't have the same feeling as Ripley. They tried a bunch of things in this movie to make her feel like Ripley, and I think they missed the mark on a lot of it. But like I said, overall, I think the audience score is a little too high. I think the all critics score is just a little bit too high. I'd give it a 6, maybe a 7, depending on how generous I'm feeling on the day. But it's definitely not like an 8 or a 9. I wanted to say watch the movie and then cut it off at like 30 minutes till it ends and just leave it at that. I think that's the way you need to watch this movie. The ending, spoiler alert, they work on the black goo and the totally not Ash android, who is called Rook, has been experimenting with the black goo. Isabella Merced's character injects it. Oh, by the way, she's pregnant, so she gives birth to a cross between like the alien out of Alien 4 or Alien Resurrection, whatever you want to call it, and like the space jockeys. It doesn't feel like it fits in the movie at all. It feels like it was something added to try and tie it into the other movies, and I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. And then she blows the alien out of, guess what? An airlock again. Every fucking time it's an airlock. Fucking find something else. Holy shit. You really went back to shooting it out of a fucking airlock? God, the ending absolutely sucks. Otherwise, the movie is actually really good. And again, I don't think I'm nitpicking. I think I'm being brutally honest. The beginning and middle are absolutely amazing. I don't really have issues with that. It is quite literally just the ending that is a complete failure. And of course, they leave off for, another trilogy for the Alien franchise, which I'm kind of torn. I don't think Fed Alvarez did a terrible job. I think he totally messed up the ending, but I don't see this as being like the most recent Ridley Scott Aliens, where it's like, man, these things are just disasters. But that's going to be, I'm struggling between a 6 and a 7 on this movie. I don't think it's a memorable movie. And I don't think it's memorable because they tried to make knockoff Ripley and throw in lines from other movies to tie it in. I don't know. I think I need time to stew on this one. But that's my thoughts on the movie, guys. If you've seen it, leave your thoughts in the comments section. But anyway, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.